Welcome back to Game of Theories, where I introduce theories of management, administration, and leadership. This is episode 34. Today we'll explore job characteristics theory. It was proposed by Richard Heckman and Greg Odom in 1976. They developed the theory as a framework to understand how job characteristics influence employee motivation, satisfaction, and performance. As a leader, you hold the key to shaping the outcomes of your employees. The work you assign to employees can have a profound impact on their outcomes. At the core of the job characteristics theory lies three critical psychological states that serve as the driving forces behind employee engagement and performance. Experienced meaningfulness reflects the deep sense of purpose and personal value employees find in their work. It can be likened to a job where employees feel a profound connection to their task and a genuine belief that their contributions make a significant impact aligned with their personal values. For example, a group of teachers work in low-income community. They see the potential in each of their students and strive to create a nurturing and inclusive classroom environment. The teacher feels a deep sense of purpose and personal value as they witness the growth and progress of their students, knowing that they are making a lasting impact on their lives. Experienced responsibility empowers individuals with a profound sense of ownership and accountability for their outcomes. For example, imagine a software development team working on a critical project for a tech startup. The team lead encourages each member to take ownership of their respective tasks, empowering them to make decisions and take initiative. Each team member feels a strong sense of accountability for the success of the project and takes pride in their contributions. When team members feel detached from the outcomes and do not feel personally invested in the success or failure of their projects, this lack of responsibility can lead to a decline in dedication and performance. Imagine a marketing team in a large corporation where decisions are predominantly top down and team members feel disconnected from the decision making process and are not encouraged to take ownership of their tasks. As a result, they may become disengaged, simply going through the motions without a true sense of accountability for their work. Knowledge of results equip employees with the confidence and insights needed to gauge their performance and strive for excellence. It serves as a feedback mechanism that allows individuals to gauge their achievements and provide guidance for continuous improvement. Imagine you're a physician working in a hospital, specializing in critical care. Through your diligent efforts and expertise, you witness a critically ill patient making a remarkable recovery under your care. As you observe the patient's progress, their health steadily improves and they regain their strength and vitality. This first-hand experience of witnessing the positive impact of your medical interventions fuels your sense of fulfillment and confidence in your abilities as a physician. However, let's also consider a counterexample. Imagine a workplace where employees receive little or no feedback on their performance. They're left in the dark about their accomplishment and areas needing improvement. Without access to meaningful results, employees feel disoriented, unsure of their progress, and lacking the necessary guidance to continuously improve. Where do these three psychological states come from? Job characteristics theory suggests that five core characteristics of jobs hold the key to unlocking different psychological states. The five job characteristics are skill variety, task identity, task significance, autonomy, and feedback. Skill variety means the extent to which a job requires employees to utilize a range of different skills and abilities. Imagine a job that stretches your skills, talents, and abilities, where each day brings new and exciting activities. This is the essence of skill variety, a catalyst for experiencing work as deeply meaningful, far from the monotony of routine. Task identity refers to the extent to which a job involves completing a whole and identifiable piece of work, providing a sense of achievement and ownership. Let's consider the progress of an artist working on a painting. They start with a blank canvas, a mere void, waiting to be filled with her imagination. Stroke by stroke, color by color, the artist skillfully applies her expertise, gradually bringing the artwork to life. As the painting takes shape, the artist experiences a profound sense of accomplishment, witnessing the transformation of an empty surface into a captivating painting. The artist's fulfillment arises from the knowledge that she has created something unique and expressive, amplifying the significance of her creative endeavor. Task significance means that the perceived impact and importance of a job in the broader organizational context and society. It is the impact of your efforts resonates beyond the confines of your immediate environment. How does your work touch the lives of others, whether it be improving psychological well being or making a difference in the world? Work that holds substantial consequences for others kindles a profound sense of purpose. Autonomy means the level of independence, freedom, and decision making authority employees have in carrying out tasks. Imagine a job that grants you substantial freedom, independence, and discretion. This is the essence of autonomy, the magical ingredient that infuses your work with a heightened sense of responsibility. As you have more control over your work and the authority to make choices, you develop a stronger sense of ownership. You feel a personal stake in the outcome and take pride in your contributions because you have the autonomy to shape the direction and execution of your responsibilities. Feedback refers to the information or input employees receive about the effectiveness of their performance. Feedback provides employees with the necessary information to gauge their performance, understand areas of strength and improvement, and make adjustments accordingly. Feedback serves as the conduit for acquiring knowledge about one's performance outcomes. When employees receive regular and specific feedback about their work, they gain insights into the results they have achieved. Each of the 5 job characteristics plays a crucial role in shaping the work experience and unlocking the potential within your team. Together, they influence 3 critical psychological states experienced by your employees: experienced meaningfulness, experienced responsibility, and the knowledge of results. Now let's look at favorable work outcomes, the motivating potential score, which summarizes the job's standing of the 5 characteristics we've just learned: skill variety, task identity, task significance, autonomy, and feedback. Here is the formula for motivating potential score. To ignite all 3 psychological states, a job must embody meaningfulness through one or more of the characteristics, while also embracing both autonomy and feedback. A low score in autonomy or feedback significantly diminishes a job's motivating potential score. Both experience, responsibility, and knowledge of results must be present for optimal work outcomes, and any compromise in these attributes can hinder our potential for success. Consider a team working on a complex project. In a scenario where team members have limited autonomy, meaning they have little control or decision-making authority over their work, their motivation and team satisfaction may suffer. They feel constrained by rigid guidelines and lack the freedom to innovate or make choices that align with their expertise. Additionally, if the team members receive minimal feedback on their performance, they may feel unsure about their progress and the quality of their work. The absence of constructive feedback deprives them of valuable insights to enhance their skills and identify areas for improvement. In this situation, the job motivating potential score would be significantly diminished due to the low autonomy and feedback, impacting the team's motivation and overall success. Without a sense of ownership and control over their work, which is experience responsibility, and without a clear understanding of their performance and the outcome they achieve, which is knowledge of results, team members may struggle to reach their full potential. However, a low score in one of the job characteristics shaping experience meaningfulness doesn't necessarily undermine a job's motivating potential score. High scores in other attributes can compensate and maintain the potential for remarkable outcomes. For example, emergency room physicians encounter a wide range of medical cases and emergencies, requiring a diverse set of medical skills and knowledge. They handle various medical conditions, injuries, and emergencies that demand quick thinking and decision making. While the individual task may vary, the overall task identity may be low, as they often treat patients for a short period of time and then move on to the next case. However, the task's significance remains high as their expertise and actions directly impact patients' lives and well-being in critical situations. Job characteristics theory also identified three moderators that heighten the impact of job characteristics on employees' responses: knowledge and skill, growth need strengths, and context satisfactions. These conditions are vital in maximizing individuals' potential, especially when paired with job characteristics that offer abundant motivation opportunities. First, let's look at knowledge and skill. Imagine employees equipped with the necessary expertise and competency to excel in jobs rich in five core characteristics. With these skills in mind, they are poised for success, reaping the psychological rewards that comes with a high motivating potential score jobs. However, for those lacking the required skills, frustration may ensue as they desire for the rewards that seem just out of reach. Next, let's look at growth need strength, the driving force behind an individual's hunger for personal achievement, learning, and development at work. Employees with a strong growth need value the opportunities presented by high motivating potential score jobs, relishing in the chance for accomplishment and self-direction. On the other hand, people who don't have a strong desire for personal growth may not be as excited about these opportunities, so they may react with less enthusiasm. Context satisfaction comes into play as we consider an employee's overall satisfaction with the key elements of the work environment. When individuals find satisfaction in factors such as pay, job security, coworkers, and managers, their attention naturally gravitates towards the properties of a job rich in motivating potential. Appreciating these qualities, they respond positively to the inherent rewards within. However, dissatisfaction with the work context may divert their focus, leading them to channel their energy into coping with the challenges at hand. Together, these conditions serve as the invisible force that amplify or diminish the impact of job characteristics. By aligning knowledge and skill, growth need strength, and context satisfactions with jobs high in motivating potential, leaders can maximize the motivation of their workforce. While job characteristics theory has made significant contributions to the understanding of work design and employee motivation, there have been some criticisms raised regarding its application and limitation. The first criticism is a lack of individual differences. The theory assumes a universal set of job characteristics that apply similarly to all individuals, disregarding the diverse nature of employees and their unique motivations. Critics argue that job characteristics theory does not adequately account for individual differences in employees' preferences, needs, and abilities. The second criticism is the missing social and contextual factors. Job characteristics theory primarily focuses on individual level factors and tends to overlook the influence of social and contextual factors in the work environment. Critics argue that social interactions, organizational culture, and external factors can significantly impact employee motivation and outcomes, which are not fully addressed by job characteristics theory. The third criticism is the static nature of job characteristics. Job characteristics theory assumes that job characteristics remain stable over time, failing to consider the dynamic nature of work and the potential changes in job demands and responsibilities. Critics argue that jobs are subject to evolving demands, and the theory should account for the adaptability of job characteristics to address emerging challenges. This criticism opened doors to developing and testing better theories that capture the intricate dynamics of job characteristics and motivations. By addressing these critics, we can create work environment that truly inspire and empower individuals. Thanks for watching this video on job characteristics theory. If you are interested in learning more about theories of management, administration, and leadership, be sure to tune in to my future videos. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. If you want to know more about how to build a theoretical framework for your research, check out my book titled Demystify Theories, a workbook for developing theoretical frameworks of educational leadership research. The link of the book is in the description below.